Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. So today's video, as always, guys, brought to you by betopenly.com, the world's first peer-to-peer sports betting site. Stop betting with the books, guys. Start betting with each other. Just pay 1%, cut out the middleman. That's exactly what they do. All right, guys. So we finished 0-2 on our free picks, unfortunately. Yesterday, Masterclass, we went 2-1. So we finished 2-3 on the day. Our soccer play, unfortunately, was canceled due to soccer hooliganism, which I believe is the number 2 reason why soccer games are canceled in the UK. Pretty cool. Yeah, just massive protest over the ownership of, I believe, Man U, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so before I get into today, guys, let me tell you what I got today. I have 2 free picks I'm giving you guys, including a 2-unit play. I actually have 2 2-unit plays today. Masterclass, guys, I have another 2-unit play on a pretty big dog. This is, I think, the biggest dog I've had on a 2-unit play. I might have had one more, I don't know, but it's a pretty big dog. So I have a 2-unit play on a big dog, and 5 additional plays in total in Masterclass. Hockey and baseball today. No NBA, very, very selective with our NBA. So that's what I want to talk about, guys. Look, yesterday in Masterclass, if you guys are on Facebook, I'm sure most of you are aware, we had San Antonio yesterday. Okay, so early steam reverse line move, a nice system on the game. Only 15% of bets coming in on San Antonio. We picked them up at +6. Okay, we got them at +6. Everything's looking good. Look, San Antonio had the day off the day before. Okay, so the team's, as well rested as you're going to be in this NBA season. No reason at all to think that, you're not going to start your starters because you just had a day off. Well, lo and behold, about an hour and a half before tip-off, maybe a little less, maybe about an hour before tip-off, they announced that 2 starters are not going to be playing. Well, one basically, they have 4 starters now not playing. They had 1 starter that was questionable, 1 that was out. Okay, the out guy, we know he's out. Okay, then they have a starter questionable. He's out. Okay, then they have 2 guys, Jakob Podol, or whatever, Podol, I think, and DeMar DeRozan, more importantly, both announced out for rest. They just had a day off yesterday. And not only that, today they play Utah. So you're playing back-to-back games, and I'm looking at this and thinking, I need someone to tell me why you would sit these guys after you had a day off. When you have the choice to sit them today or against Utah, which of those games you have a better chance to win? Utah is going to wipe the floor with them. I believe they are anyways. Don't bet on that. I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. So the line goes from +6 all the way up to +10.5 and then back down to +10, and it floats around. I don't know. It might have saw 11. Who knows? But here's the deal. Okay, my first instinct was that of just being pissed off, because again, it's just the typical crap you see in the NBA. There's absolutely no reason to sit those guys. 0 reason to sit those guys whatsoever. I don't get it, right? And obviously, we pride ourselves on beating the closing line. We got +6. The line's now at +10. 4 points of value the other way against us. However, once I calmed down, I started really thinking about this. I went on to Sports Insight. I posted this on my Facebook group as well. And I said, you know what? There's 85% of money on Philly now. I mean, they just absolutely scored 85% of money on Philly. And I'm starting to feel a little bit better about this, because now I'm remembering, I'm like, this is the NBA. This is the NBA. So I actually posted on Facebook and said, given how corrupt the NBA is, and I'm 100% saying they are corrupt, okay? I'm telling you they're corrupt. Given how corrupt the NBA is, we'll probably end up covering this game. And lo and behold, guys, of course we ended up covering this game. Not only do we cover the game, but the game went to overtime. That didn't matter to us. It only mattered to, the majority of bettors who were on the under in that game. So Vegas got exactly what they wanted in that game, in a San Antonio cover. Now, it's funny that you look at a game like that where 4 starters are out. Okay, 4 starters are out. Philly, a great team. Last 3 games, they covered by a record for that franchise. Record number of points they won by in their last 3 games. So What is there for the public not to like about Philly? Nothing, right? I mean, there was a lot of reasons why I love San Antonio. I didn't love San Antonio as much with 4 starters out, but, you know, it just goes to show, guys. I mean, you know, in other sports, you could say, well, anything can happen on any day, but it seems like, you know, whatever the NBA wants to happen on any given day is what does happen. So, I mean, this year, guys, I've seen so many things in the NBA that they just aren't right. They just aren't right. By the way, one of the systems that I by game time, I said I had one system on that game. I had another system on that game. By game time, guys, it's my funny business system. Okay, funny business, because only 15% of bets were on San Antonio. Funny business, less than 35% of bets on a team. You know, I don't know, I haven't looked at it in a little while, but it was like hitting 60%. It's probably, you know, like whatever, 59, 60% still. That's crazy. That's insanity. So I just want to share something with you guys. Look, if you're betting NBA, I said if we lost that game yesterday, I was shutting down NBA until the playoffs. I may still even do that. I don't know. I'm going to be selective. I know some of you guys come here and you want NBA, but, you know, you have to be so incredibly selective to bet NBA right now because they're not trustworthy. Basically, not only do you have to handicap a game, but you have to, you know, try and understand the motives right now. And you basically, I do not want to bet a game again this season that has more than 40% of bets by tip-off. So, I mean, when I'm giving them out to you guys, what am I looking for? 13, 14, 15% of bets. That's it, okay? Interesting thing, guys. I remember yesterday on our Facebook group shared an awesome article. Charles Barkley, basically, I mean, a shocking confession by an anonymous owner. So he was talking to an owner who said in 3 to 5 years, we won't even need TV money. That's how big gambling is going to be for us. That's a quote from an owner, okay? I'll say that again. So this is Charles Barkley saying this. I was talking to an NBA owner who said in 3 to 5 years, we won't need TV money. That's how big gambling will be for us. That's an owner saying that, guys. Their TV money is billions of dollars a year. With a B, billions of dollars a year. So, you know, is the NBA going to be a lost cause? You know, it certainly looks that way. And that's unfortunate. I love the NBA. You know, I remember being young and we got the Toronto Raptors and, you know, I remember, I remember going to my first Raptor game and I fell in love with the NBA. I really did. I mean, I love the product, but, it's my honest opinion, guys. It's just my opinion, you know, based on a whole lot of evidence that I think the NBA is completely sold out. And the NBA to me right now, guys, is much closer to what you would, you know, classify the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment or Federation. It's much closer to that than it is to, you know, MLB or the NHL or any other league for that matter, guys. And it's sad. It's sad. There's, you know, tens of billions of dollars changing hands with the expansion of legalized betting. And, you know, there's more than enough money to go around and give the public a fair shake. But you know what? Again, guys, there's just too many coincidences, too many things that go just crazy wonky to think that, you know, it's just, this is just how Vegas sets their lines, guys. I've been doing this for 16 years professionally. I know how to spot lines. I can tell you when a line is probably going to move. I know, like, I can look for patterns, guys, like deep, high level shit. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, something is wrong in the NBA. They're not giving us a fair shake. That is my opinion, but I believe that they are corrupt at the minimum and probably fixing games for an outcome they want. And it's a sad admission that I have to make, but I believe it is the reality now. So I know you guys didn't come here for that, but you know, I feel compelled to share that information because the reality is, look, there's so many people in this group are going to try to cap games and bet on games and stuff like that. And I don't know that capping games is possible at NBA because you don't know what the NBA wants done. And you look at that game yesterday. I like San Antonio. with those two starters in there, with those two starters out, no, I wouldn't touch them in a million years. Okay. But again, we don't know that right to the very end. And then, I saw, you can go and look at Sports Insight. I saw the massive influx of public money come in on Philadelphia. You know what didn't come in? A lot of steam. Sometimes you see two starters out like that. You see like 3 or 4 steam bets all come in at once. You didn't see it, guys. That was all public money getting slaughtered yesterday on Philadelphia. Feel for them. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's get into today. All right. Needless to say, we do not have any NBA. And I'm not to say that I will not have any NBA. You just have to be incredibly selective. And the playoffs are a totally different beast, guys. Playoffs for years, we've been able to pick up some games where I've had a very high degree of certainty we're going to win those games. But I'll get into that strategy and that corruption and fuckery another day. All right, guys. So couple T-unit plays today. I did mention this before. I have a T-unit play for you guys. I have a T-unit play in Masterclass, 2 free picks, 5 additional plays in Masterclass. If you guys are interested in Masterclass, go to bettor.com. It is $99 a month, and you get my full card every single day. Again, doesn't matter what day of the month you sign up, guys. You get a full month from the day that you sign up. Okay. All right. T-unit play, guys. We're in baseball for both picks here. We're going to take the Phillies. We're going to take Philadelphia minus 116. Okay. Philadelphia minus 116. Next, guys, we are going to take Baltimore and Seattle under 8.5 minus 110. I have another play in that game in Masterclass as well, but for free picks, guys, Baltimore, Seattle, under 8.5 minus 110. Number of system indicators, number of steam bets on this game, rightfully so, guys. Line is just too high. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Two unit play, a couple picks. Again, some more stuff in Masterclass. I know that, there's going to be those of you out there that disagree with my stance on the NBA, and you think, the league is full of virtue and whatnot, and that's fine. I was with you early on in the year because, at first I didn't want to believe, no, I won't say that. I'll say at first, I just thought, it's unusual variance. That's fine. Some weird things are happening, and that's fine. Things that we've seen in the playoffs before, which I will talk about another day. I'll talk NBA playoffs, guys. I'll tell you some need to know stuff before we get there. And I'll tell everyone, it will just be a masterclass video. So it started off as, my basic, whatever. This is just variance. They'll come back. It's unusual that teams with such low percentages are winning, yada, yada, yada. Then it became like, kind of like, I don't know, I guess, for lack of a better term, I was just kind of like frazzled by it. I'm like kind of thinking like, this isn't right. Something just didn't feel right about it. And as the season continued to go on and I started to develop that system, I developed that system called Funny Business only for this season. Okay. And I look at it, it's like no other season be profitable. This season, it's like it could just continues to chug along, be profitable. And I start thinking about what fundamentally has changed. And, the inclusion of all these new states betting on sports and it's very unfortunate, guys, that now I know, again, some of you guys will disagree, but at this point, I've looked at enough data and spent enough time on this that, there's not going to be any such thing as definitive proof unless you could literally come out and say, like, this NBA owner said that they're doing this. But I don't know. It definitely looks like the NBA is, they're not on the up and up. And they don't have to be legally, by the way. I did mention that in a previous video. The way the NBA is registered, and you can look this up, guys, at National Basketball Association, they do not have to have 2 teams compete. It's not against the law for the NBA to fix games. They can absolutely 100% legally tell a team that you are going to win 116 to 110. They could legally hand every single player a little packet before the game and say, we need you to score between 26 to 28 points. And everyone would see what everyone else is doing. I'm not saying that's going on. I don't think that's going on. That's like crazy conspiracy. But it's not against the law for them to do it. So let that sink in, guys. If you want to bet your hard-earned money on the NBA, go nuts. If it's your entertainment for the day, go to town. But it'd be difficult to cap those games, without a firm understanding of, how lines move and why they're moving the way they're moving. And really, I wouldn't bet anything, maybe more than 15 minutes before game time, 20 minutes before game time, because you never know what surprise is coming next, right? Anyways, guys, that is it for us today. Thank you guys very much. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.